In my live stream, we did a good question was asked. It was a football based one. This one was about the Houston Oilers, Tennessee Titans, Earl Campbell and Eddie George versus Dallas Cowboys. Uh, Tony Dorsett, Emmitt Smith. Who would I take? It was a good battle. Now, obviously, the Cowboys side was more successful with Super Bowls and overall yardage because Emmitt Smith's the all-time leading running back, rushing yards, rushing touchdowns, three Super Bowl time champion, and he was very integral for that Dallas Cowboys run in the 90s. Tony Dorsett in the 70s, came out of University of Pitt, won the Super Bowl against the Broncos, and he was in another Super Bowl. They lost to Pittsburgh. Dorsett was a big-time player, had quite a bit of success. One of the best running backs I've ever seen. Nobody ran down the sidelines smoother than Tony D. Because remember, OJ was a little bit before my eyesight could take that in. But as far as just like the strides, Tony D was like smooth with it. There's something about that star on his helmet and running them lines. Tony was the truth. But on the other side, Eddie George was a beast out of Ohio State. You know, I'm a Michigan Wolverine fan, but I have to give it. Eddie George was a truckload for Tennessee. That guy was a power back, and he was bad. Earl Campbell, what can you say? The Tyler Rose, Texas Longhorn, came to the Houston Oilers. That man hit you with power before all the Bo Jacksons and the William Andrews and John Riggins and the boom, boom, boom and the Mack trucks of offensive line. He was a diesel of his own. He was one of the most dominant physical backs I've ever seen in my life. Earl Campbell was a bad man with the Love You Blue era with Houston. And the only thing, both those careers didn't last as long, and they didn't have the kind of postseason success. That's the biggest thing, the reasons, because to be honest with you, you could make a strong case. Earl Campbell left as much of an impact as Emmett and Tony Dorsett. You can make that case. I mean, he was something else. He was something else his first few years. I mean, big boy, he was no joke. He just couldn't get by the Pittsburgh Steelers. But he was something else. Eddie George was in that very good, really good range. But Dorsett and Emmett are two of the greatest, and Earl Campbell belongs in that conversation. So I got to lean towards the Cowboys on this. Personally, and I might be one of the few people to say this, I think I take Tony Dorsett over Emmett. I think if you give Dorsett that line that Emmett had, he'd ran for 20,000 plus. And no diss to Ron Springs, because my grandmother and we had family in Williamsburg, Virginia, and it was Ron Springs Drive. And I dug Ron Springs cool for back then, but he wasn't no fullback. But that's what they had for Dorsett in the backfield. You give him Daryl Johnston, the Moose, there's no telling what Tony Dorsett's numbers would have been like. And remember, he left Dallas begrudgingly, got traded to different Broncos later in his career. But he was bad. I don't think people, to me, to be a great back and still be almost considered underrated, that's Tony Dorsett. He never got quite his full due. I still remember that 99-yard run against the Minnesota Vikings. He was electrifying. You know. Anyway, I'm going Dorsett and Emmett, but it's a good battle, though. Don't get it twisted. Because Earl Campbell and Eddie George, they can hang if you put those two. Oilers and Titans, respectively. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another shader if you like. And hit that membership, and the videos that you request, I'll get them to you. Appreciate you. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay focused, stay alive, stay alert, stay clear, stay clean. I'm back one time. Peace.